Hey everyone, this is Vicki at Messy Table Studio. I have a video today. I saw an example. I don't remember if it was an Instagram or if it was on YouTube. It was one of the two places because that's usually the only place I go. And I cannot remember who the author is, but I've seen this many times, so maybe it doesn't matter. But I wanted to show you what I did because I had the camera on, and I don't think I had the camera on. I don't know if I pressed record. Let's just go there. So to start the video off, I'm gelli printing with hot glue. This is a technique that's probably been around forever. I visit it occasionally, and seeing that video recently made me want to try it again because I think I probably chucked a lot of that stuff when I had a big purge. So now I'm accumulating more junk again. So I took papers that were in my my recycle space, where if I print something on one side, or I'm testing something, or I'm getting rid of paper and it's blank on one side, I save it. So I took, I guess this was an 8.5 by 11, and I cut it in half. So what I did was I took hot glue, and I think the first one I did was this one, and I actually drew these little things on there so I could space them, and then I did the hot glue on it. And if I remember correctly, in the video, the person who did it does the hot glue and then smashes it kind of flat, and I'll tell you why she does that in a minute. So I did this with the squares. Then I got kind of crazy and thought, oh, I should put more on there. So then I did this, where I just did willy-nilly, no drawn out anything, and I just had fun with it. That was it. And then this one, I just went off the deep end. I just went kind of crazy. I made dots and lines and Z's, and then circles with a little bump in them. I did X's, and a squiggly line, I can't explain. Oh, those are the X's. Anyway, so I just went a little crazy because these are just background papers. So that's, let's see, what was I going to repeat? Oh, well, I was just going to say that the best thing to do when you do it is to smash it flat, because you will see at the end of the video, I'll explain why. I'm not going to do it right now, so this is the intro. All right, so most of this will be fast forwarded, and it'll have a little bit of music. It won't be long, hopefully, after I edit. See you in a second. Okay, as I said in the intro, I was going to go back over this and I want to show you all the papers that I did. I'm going to show you the hot glue technique, and then I'm going to show you another one that I tried that I saw somebody do, and I really liked it. I'm not sure how successful I was at it, but I was going to give it a try. All right, so let's start with the hot glue paper. I did it on a 5x7 plate. Should have done an 8x10, but 5x7 I think was close enough to the size of the paper I was using. But see, I've got a lot of white around the edges, and I hate having to cut that off. It's a waste. So next time I need to do it on 8x10 so it gets much better coverage on the paper. I think I should show them this way. All right, so the reason she smashes them flat is for this very reason, so that when you do it on the jelly plate, it has more contact with the plate. That's why she kind of smashes it or flattens it out, because it gives a much better impression. This one did okay because I mashed it with my hands. Let me turn these this way, that way I don't have to keep switching them. See, there's not enough contact. I like a little more white or a little more coverage from the hot glue on there. So I'll know next time I do something like that I need to put a little more pressure on it, or I need to smash them flat. You can doodle on these. I think these are going to go on books for Artemat as the covers. I probably will get one of these. This was unsuccessful. I'll probably get one sheet per book, because you know you need the outside and the inside. And I do mini books, but you still need that space to do the whole book, front and back, and the inside. On this one, you can see the peaks on the little circles everywhere. That's another reason why you should flatten it out a little bit when you do it. Because see, you can see them on this one too. They're really obvious. This was a ghost print. This one, I think it did okay for the print, but it's my choice of colors. This one did not work worth diddly. Still like the color though. This one did okay, but again, I think it was my choice of colors. And I might not have let it dry in between putting the color layer on it, or the second layer. I really like this one. This was just done on a bare plate. Did the green, and then stamped it with the paper with the glue on it, and I did not put another coat over anything. I just left it. This was not really that successful, but I can stamp over it, I can doodle on it, I can do a million things with it, so it's not a total loss. All right, this one is different. Okay, this one smushed it a little too much. It looks good on camera, but in person it looks really bad. This is leftover paint from the last print. The purple mess right here is leftover from the last print. And then this blue here is leftover from the last print. I do like this one. I think I got a much better image. This one's okay, but again, it's my choice of colors. It didn't show up very well, and the print, the pattern didn't do well. Now, I got smarter later and decided to do 8x10. Which I really like this one, because it covers more of the paper. The paper I'm using is 11x14. If it was an 8.5x11, this would have been, you know, do the full page coverage. This one did not work so well at all. Still will use it. I'm out of 8.5x11, so I have resorted to using the other stuff. This did not go very well. I mean, you can see some of it, but it's not enough. This one was two different stampings. There was this one with the rectangular stuff, and this one I did with the circles, the X's, and all the crazy stuff. That's this one. So I did two 5x7s side to side with different blocks. Okay, so that is my collection for now. I need 50 to be able to do 50 books. So I will be doing this again, but I think it will be on larger paper. All right, so the next part I want to talk to you about is I saw someone doing crayon rubbings and then using that as a resist on the jelly plate. I like this. Should have just done the rubbing and left it, but then I got crazy and did it on the jelly plate. I'm not especially fond of it. It's okay. So I thought, well, let's do some simple marks. Let's not do something really crazy. It does work. So first I did crayon marks on this paper. Then I rolled the paint on the jelly plate, and then I just plopped it down, and this is what I picked up. So the paint, the wax from the crayons resisted the paint. And I did this with these, I can never remember, woodies. I did some of them with woodies. I did some with crayons. So they're all a little bit different. I do like this one, even though it didn't, the stuff didn't do quite as well as I would have liked, but it was a ghost print. And this one is just like some of the others. This one I marked in black with a crayon, and it you know, I didn't do anything fancy. This was I think this was one of the original ones. And then this was, I think this one was the ghost print to the one I just showed you, could see the colors. And then I tried, I think my first one might have been this one. I don't care for it. Okay, so there are all my experiments with the jelly plate, doing 2 different techniques. I would say that it was a lot of fun. And it wasn't as messy or, you know, wasn't a lot of cleanup like I thought there would be. So here are my 3 impression plates or pieces of paper. This is, I think, sulfite paper. So I want to lay those out so you can get a good look at them. I think next time I will flatten my stuff a little bit more so I get a better impression. Some of them look pretty good. That didn't do a lot of big impression, but others I would have liked them a little flatter to get something a little more vivid. Okay, that's it for me. Till the next time. Next time might be knitting. I don't know. We'll see how it's going. I'm knitting a mindless shawl, and it's my second one, and then there'll be a third one and maybe a fourth one, depending on how hot it gets this summer, because I don't like stuff laying on my skin in the summer months because it's just too dadgum hot, too muggy. I am knitting a pair of socks for the Knit All the Yarn podcast from Lisa, who lives in Michigan, and she also goes as 72 stitches. So I am knitting socks. I've got one all the way down to where I need to do the heel flap, and the other one is like 30 or 40 rows into the body of the sock. It's got a little ways to go. I only do them when I watch TV or there's a lull in the action somewhere at home. All right, so that's it. Until the next time, thanks for coming by, everybody. And give this a try. It's cheap entertainment. Bye.